All right, there we go.
Without further ado, we're live. Sorry to keep everyone waiting. We were having a good time. So guys, this is Nick. He goes by the Pokemon Plumber on Instagram. And man, this guy, he's got a collection to talk about. So I thought he could go ahead and give his kind of introduction, and then we can stuff, because Nick's gonna know everything from the very beginnings of vintage all the way till modern. His strategy's changed over the time. He's been in the hobby, so we're gonna talk a little bit about that, and then obviously we'll get into questions from you guys at the end, and really have a good time tonight. So Nick, the floor is yours, man.
Dude, this is awesome. This is my first time ever doing a live or anything. I've had people ask me, and I kind of like beat around the bush, and then when you messaged me, I'm like, dude, Alex is the man. Let's do this. So I'm honored to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
But my name's Nick. I'm the Pokemon Plumber. I'm a big sealed collector. I love big slabs. I'm a huge advocate of XY. XY is one of my favorite things. The full arts are absolutely beautiful. I own a plumbing company, so a lot of my income goes to sealed Pokemon and then pretty big slabs.
Okay, and so we were talking before stream. So you kind of found Pokemon again back like XY time, but didn't really start getting in until like what you said, like Detective Pikachu era.
Yeah, so I started opening and dabbling around XY, but then Detective Pikachu is when I started buying like booster boxes, slabs, things like that. So it really took off during Detective Pikachu.
Okay, so that was kind of, what would you say, like right when the boom was starting, like prices were starting to rise? Did you kind of get in before it?
So I got in right when booster boxes were around, like a base set booster box was around 2K. So I remember I saw a base set booster box and the guy wanted $3,000 for it. And this is before I owned a plumbing company or anything like that. I didn't have a huge income. And I was like, please, I'll give you $2,000 right now. I even went up to 2,200 because at that time, that's what they were selling for. And he went down to 2,800 and I just couldn't afford it. And then about like, let's say 6 to 8 months after that, the boom happened. Logan Paul did his thing. And then they were hitting like $28,000 to like $32,000. And I was like, I'll never be able to have one. And then lo and behold, when it dropped down to 10 and 11, I got one.
So you have one now?
Oh, yeah. I have one right here. We have one right here.
Man.
Nice, minty, beautiful.
I do miss holding one of those.
You got yours for relatively cheap, right?
I did. And then I sold it kind of on the way down. I think I still have the emails. I was actually trying to make a deal with TCA Gaming, and we like kept agreeing on prices for the box, and like the prices kept dropping. So he would keep saying, "Hey, this is only good for 24 hours." And I'd think about it, be like, "Nah, I don't want to let it go." And then I'd come back to the realization that no, I do need to let it go. I'd message him back. Okay, well now the price is this. Now the price, we were like 2 or 3 times, and finally I ended up making a deal with Troll and Toad for it instead, because a local card shop guy had in with them, and it was just like easier transaction. And Rusty, he needed to get it at a better price than
Yeah, of course, he's got to make.
I understood, but man, if I would have just sold him to it the first message I ever messaged him, I'd have done better than I did on it. So it's just crazy how fast things happened, and it still happens that way now.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, right now they're going back up a little bit. They're at like 15K right now, so they definitely went up about 5K lately.
I didn't know they got all the way down to 10K. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's literally what I got that one for.
Pretty confident it's real?
Oh, 1,000%.
Okay.
Yeah, I know the exact backstory on it, actually. So it was this guy worked for the New York Jets, and he used to give his kids packs, right, every time they got good grades on their report card. And he brought it to New World Manga. It's in Livingston in Jersey. So I'm really good friends with the owners. So I went there. I wanted the box, and they're like, "We can't go less than 13K. We can't go less than 13K." Lo and behold, my buddy goes and buys it, right? And he has it at the show. And they gave him a good deal because he bought all their booster boxes. So he got it for around 10K, right? He had it, and then I was able to trade for it, and I landed the box at 10K. So it ended up being my box no matter what. It was fate.
That's amazing. That's an awesome story.
Yeah, dude, I was really happy to get this one. That was like that was my first like huge collecting goal, like over 10K. So that was a big moment for me.
I mean, anything 5 figures is a pretty big deal. I mean, that's a big item.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do, man, I'm gonna go ahead and just show your Instagram because I feel like seeing is believing. And so, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just scroll through a little bit and show it to you guys. This is kind of what we're talking about. This is what Nick's playing with. Okay, this kind of stuff. PSA 10 of all the Venusaur, Blastoise, Charizard, Gyarados, Gengar EXs from the EX era, like that type of stuff. I mean, I'm just gonna scroll through this stuff. I mean, here you go. Here's some boxes. This is basically what almost the entire black and white set. Which ones are you missing there?
I need Plasma Storm and Noble Victory. So if you have one of those two, please let me know. I'll buy them. I need them pretty bad.
Hear that, everyone? Those two. But I mean, crystal PSA 10 crystals. I mean, it looks like what you got Japanese and English.
And yeah, if you go up a little bit, you just passed it. The 2 crystal Zards, yeah, those right there. Those are cards I'll never let go. Yeah, those are my babies right there.
It's just like every one of these is like a grail for a regular person's collection, and it just seems like every picture it's a new grail. I mean, here, the Crystal Lugia.
I'm looking for an English one too. I lost a deal for one that was 8,100. So if you have a Crystal Lugia too, I need that as well.
Fire Red Leaf Green. What's the story with this one? How'd you get your hands on this?
Ken Lee at Collecticon. So the one that just passed, that was in California. So 2 Collecticons ago. I saw him post it, and you know how like when you see something, you get that tunnel vision, and that's all you want. So that was my goal for Collecticon. I was like, I'm going to California. I'm getting this box, whatever it takes. So I found Ken Lee, and then at first he's doing his thing. He's all over the place dealing with other people, and I'm standing there with my case, and I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, this guy's just ignoring me. He doesn't know what I have in this case. So then he opens my case and he looks at me and he goes, holy shit. He goes, you could have told me you had this stuff. So we ended up doing a trade. I gave up one of my grails, Gold Star Gyarados 10 towards this one. But this is where we go back when I said these slabs, even if it's huge slabs, they're dropping, right? No matter what. So my goal was to get rid of a lot of bigger slabs and put it to sealed. Because
and the other thing is, it's like obviously the higher dollar value you get, the less liquid it is. But I just feel like, no matter what it is, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 grand, I still feel like a sealed box is still more liquid than a slab in the same dollar amount.
Oh, 100%, 1,000%. I mean, I can't even get rid of this Gold Star Rayquaza I have right now. I have a Japanese Unlimited 10, and I can't get rid of it. And then I can make a trade right now for that for a first edition fossil box, and I can get 10.5 for the box instantly. I already have an offer of 10.5 on the box. I can't get 10.5 for the red.
Hey, can we pump XY here for a little bit? Got the Mewtwo collection?
Dude, say no more.
Say no more. You an XY fan?
Oh man. See, you and I agree on a lot of stuff, right? XY doesn't get the love it deserves.
It certainly doesn't.
I mean,
what do we got here? What is this? What is this? Almost all with 9s and 10s, all gold stars.
All gold stars, yeah. But see, I really wanted to master set the 10s, but it's not realistic. It gets too expensive with the gold stars.
I mean, honestly, man, everything I'm seeing here, it seems like pretty much anything's realistic for you. Oh, and then you gotta do up my 9 set with your 10 set of these generations promos. I love it.
They are impossible to grade. Like I remember I was able to get, this is when I got back into the hobby. Those were still only like $20 a box. And every one that comes out, they're like PSA 7s and PSA 8s, like fresh out of the box. Yep. It's so hard to get those in 10s.
Yeah, actually, someone cracked Ava's binder. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah, I was with her this weekend.
Okay, she cracked those three of those boxes at Collecticon in Charlotte, and literally I looked at the cards as they came out, and they were just maybe a 9, but probably an 8. Like it's just,
especially with PSA right now, they're ruthless right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you got all the ponchos.
Yeah,
Wow, those are Beckett pristine 10s.
I had the Beckett
Okay.
Pristine 10 set. I had them all. And when when they shilled and like doubled in price overnight, I said there's no reason why I shouldn't sell these. I was in them for about like, can we talk numbers here?
Yeah, I mean, what you got? Mario, Luigi, Full Art Pikachu too. I mean, we already know the numbers, but yeah, go ahead and talk them.
Yeah. So with the Japanese market, keep in mind, like a year, like around EV Heroes, nobody cared about Japanese. Like those Japanese boxes weren't coming out of the gate at $180, $200. They were
Right.
like $80 out of the gate. So I was buying a lot of that stuff. But with Japanese, once I completed that poncho set, they went from like 20,000 to like 45,000, literally like over a week span.
And
And
so you let them go.
I had to. It made no sense, but it created so many other possibilities. And I literally took that profit and put it into. I had a little list, like I wrote down a list, and I envisioned the list of what I want, and it completed that list that I had envisioned. So when you see a game like that, it's not real. There's no way those numbers were real. So
Right.
I had to let them go.
Right. That's how I felt during the boom, man. It's like when you see that kind of price rise, you're basically just lying to yourself, holding on at that point.
Dude, I sold a Red Cheeks Pikachu, right, for like $150, and it was raw. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. So that's what I did. I sold all my singles when that little boom happened. Yeah, because I found it all in my parents' basement, and I just freaking let it rip.
I mean, dude, look at these. I mean, just this box collection you have. I mean, all of them in the plastic and everything. I mean, what all sealed boxes do you have? Does it just go from modern all the way back through black and white, or do you have just like a lot of like mid-era or vintage stuff, or is it just kind of sporadic? What kind of
So
collection do you have?
it's really sporadic. Like like I said, I'm 2 boxes away from having black and white till today, right? And then when it comes to Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield, I have cases of that stuff, right? Like I have another case of Unified Minds on its way. I have a case of Unbroken Bonds on its way, but I still have cases of Unified Minds and Cosmic Eclipse. So I go really hard with right now. All right, this is my best advice for you guys, right? Don't put any of your money into Scarlet and Violet. Not yet. Just pump the brakes. We have a reprint of Silver Tempest. We have a reprint of Lost Origin, and we have a reprint of Brilliant Stars. That's where all my money with sealed is going to right now. Just Brilliant Stars at $750 a case, $750 a case, $750 a case. I don't think we'll ever see it this cheap again. Like that's literally. I'll wait like even a year from now. I guarantee you, Paldea is still going to be around 500 to 600 a case. And even if it does go to 600 a case, Brilliant Stars is definitely going to gain another $300 by that time, right? That's how I see it. So
Yeah, and I mean, the reason I wanted to kind of like show off your Instagram and like show all the stuff you had is to like build credibility to what we're about to talk about. Because, with me, obviously, I kind of get labeled as like the modern sealed guy. And basically, oh, Alex is always just going to pump modern sealed. He's always going to talk favorably of that over anything else. And so I wanted to get you on because you do have a large amount of money in vintage sealed, mid-era sealed, like some of the highest end slabs in the hobby. And I just wanted to get your take. And guys, we didn't even talk much beforehand. We talked like 5 minutes, just kind of pleasantries. So I don't even know what he's going to say, but I'm putting him on the spot. Like, Nick,
okay.
what are you like? What are you thinking about the hobby as we are right now? Like if someone's getting in this hobby and they're coming on these channels, and they're trying to figure out where to position themselves, where to kind of start, placing capital. Where do you feel most comfortable right now? Is it modern sealed? Is it kind of the older, rare, mint or better stuff? Is it, sealed at all? Is it slabs? Like what kind of advice you got for people out there from everything you've seen?
Okay. So
Take your time.
all right. I absolutely love modern sealed right now. Right, coming into the hobby right now, you have no idea how lucky you are. Things are way lower than they were 2-3 years ago. Like right now, you have so many more opportunities than you would have had 3 years ago, right? I wish I took more of an advantage when I first got in the hobby, but I was afraid to spend, $150 on a box, right? Like I was like, oh my God, $150 on a box, let alone, 600 on a case. I thought it was insane. But you have such a great opportunity right now. You can buy the newer stuff at 500 a case, right? Like when Vivid Voltage, there was a point where I couldn't even get Vivid Voltage. I remember I paid $200 for a Vivid Voltage box. So you're coming in at a perfect time. You have Lost Origin right now you can buy it for around 700 a case. You can buy Silver Tempest at 650 a case, and you can buy Brilliant Stars at 750 a case. And I really feel like that's where, as you say, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm literally doing this myself. I would love to show you what I have, like sealed wise, so you know that I'm not just saying to do this. Like I'm doing it too. I will never tell you guys to do something that I'm not doing myself. And
So where are you finding the majority of these cases?
So I do plumbing for a place around here, and they give me pretty good deals on the boxes, right? So I was getting everything from Sword and Shield around 600 a case, but I was also spending a lot of money with them to get this, right? And then Cole at the Poke Hive, he's a rock star. I've been buying. That's where I've been getting all my Brilliant Stars from in Lost Origin from Cole. So you can reach out to him on Instagram, and he's very easy to deal with. I get case after case after case, and sometimes he'll run out, but he'll make sure you'll get that case no matter what. So that's really where I'm going into it. But I have to tell you, there's a reason why I'm getting away from the slabs. Okay.
All right. I think a lot of people would like to hear that.
All right. So I found a little trick, right? Not many people do this. I'm not a reseller. I'm a collector, right? And I was going to these shows around here, and I realized that these people that are vending are able to buy stuff at 80%, able to buy stuff at 70%. So I said, hey, maybe if I vend, then I can get these deals. So I started vending, and I was buying, bigger collections and slabs at 70%, 80%, 60 if I was lucky. And that was my little trick. I was able to do all that. I'm proud of this. But now everyone's gonna know what I'm really doing at these shows. But so I went to my buddy's house. He had a first edition Team Rocket and a first edition Gym Challenge box, and this kind of reignited my passion for sealed. But I was trading him. I was giving him half cash and then trading him a whole bunch of slabs. And keep in mind, I'm getting these slabs at around 70 to 80%. When I'm giving it to these slabs, he has to make money. But even if he's taking at 80 or 90%, they drop in price, and they're less than what I bought them for. And he's taking them in, and I'm losing like $500 on some of these slabs. And I'm like, dude, there's no way I took these in at a percentage. Meanwhile, all the sealed stuff I gave him, sorry, ambulance is going by.
You're good.
Meanwhile, all the sealed stuff that I gave him prior, the Sun and Moon, the Sword and Shield, has all went up, 20%, 30%, team up 50%. And I was like, it makes no sense. Why am I going to keep putting my money in these slabs if they're just going to keep tanking? Like, I'm going to keep the ones that I absolutely love that are in my PC. But as far as just dumping all my money into these slabs, I'd rather just put it in the sealed and make money.
And you don't really grade much yourself? You buy the slabs?
No, I grade a lot. I do.
Oh,
but
you grade a lot.
I get crushed. Dude, PSA has been so ruthless. Like, I try to keep vintage with vintage, modern with modern, but an Ancient Origins Rayquaza, right? Came in perfectly. I was like, oh, this card's great. I send it in, it gets an 8. I was like, dude, there's no way I got an 8. I crack it, I resend it, it gets a 10. There's no consistency with PSA right now. You have CGC grading cards that a guy physically cuts and puts in, and then you have PSA who just killing you on every grade, and then you have BGS that you don't even know if your card's there for like 3 months. So I'm kind of relaxing when it comes to grading right now.
I gotcha. If you had to pick one, would you stick with PSA still?
PSA.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
PSA, but I do love that black label. Like, if you can grade something and it's a black label, yeah.
That's what I've always said. Like, if you want to play the lottery, go for the black label. If you just want to go for the steady, faithful, go with PSA, right? PSA. I mean, look, I don't know your feelings on CGC. I mean, it's like a hot topic in this hobby right now. I see it as kind of like, the way we see things, like not to get political, but like around the country, like
Mhm.
the vocal minority always seems to be the loudest. And I feel like that's what we see with CGC right now. It's like, it's a small minority of the hobby. I mean, it's a very small amount of sales. It's still a small amount of grading. Like it just, whatever it is, but like the people that are about CGC, they're really about it. Like
They're
they
really
will
about
die on their hill for CGC. They'll defend it like it's their firstborn son. I mean, it's crazy the amount of love that people like CGC have for it. And I guess I take this position where I'm like so against it, but all I'm really against is like, guys, I just don't want to see people losing money. I mean, every day people send me, just because I've come out against it. I literally get Instagram messages or texts every day now. People sending me like screenshots of like a CGC slab and a PSA slab selling at the same card, just to be like, hey, Alex, share this. Alex, share this. I'm like, guys, I'm not gonna be the CGC, bad guy, but I mean, just
tough,
yesterday,
man.
a friend of mine yesterday sent me a Lorcana card, and the Lorcana got a pristine 10. It was like a stitch, a pristine 10 with CGC, and it went for like $300 less than a PSA 10 did the same week auction. I mean, so it's happening in like every the Pikachu Illustrator just sold on Heritage Auctions for like 500 grand, where it's millions in a PSA. It's like, guys, if you're really gonna bury your head in the sand and not see this, that's all on you. But all I'm trying to do is just show you the numbers. And if you really just want to collect like CGC, great. But all I was ever saying was, it's not proven. It's not where the money's heading. If you want to go a different grading company, go for the black label. Otherwise, it's got to be PSA.
No, I'm with you. I love PSA. It's only PSA. But like I always try to think outside the box, right? Because I have buddies that are the same way. They love CGC. So in a way, people love 10s, right? And they can't afford that PSA 10. Now you have this new label 10, right? I wish Beckett stuck with it, right? Because now you have because I'd rather have the Beckett 10 that they were going to do, but now you have a way you can afford a 10, right? Even though it might be a PSA 9, but you can afford a 10, and it gives you that, because you had this huge gap between a PSA 9 and a PSA 10. And now you have a CGC 10 and then the pristine 10, right? But you could still get a 10 at an affordable rate. So it's like,
so you think it's a good thing for collectors so they can have 10s?
What was that?
So you think it's like a good thing for collectors so they can have 10s technically?
For collectors, for certain people, yes, they can afford that 10. There's always a silver lining to everything, right? But like in the collector, like it's not for me, right? But I'm not gonna bash it and say it's horrible, it's this, it's that. I mean, I have seen nice ones, right? I have seen some really good CGC 10s, but then I've also seen CGC 10s where you're like, that guy had to know who graded that card, right? So it's like with everything, there's negative aspects and there's positive aspects.
Right.
It's a real gray area, but like I said, for a collector, it's cool because they can afford a CGC 10 and have a 10 now, right?
Yeah, and I like a lot of people like they're almost like attacking the rationale of the consumer lately. Like almost that like, oh my gosh, these people are so dumb. They're buying the label over the card and all this stuff. And it's like,
always buy the card. Always buy the card.
Yeah, I agree. But like, I just see things a little differently than a lot of people. Like, yeah, like irrationally you think that like, oh, I can, do this. If I ever want to crack it, I can do that. But like, let's think about it for a second, right? Let's bring it back down. So you're asking of someone who just wants to collect the card, who doesn't grade and flip and buy and sell, doesn't want to do all that BS, right? You're asking them to, hey, buy this slab because it's a little cheaper, right? And then maybe down the road, if you want it to be worth more, you can risk, getting the tool out and trying to crack the slab open, make sure you don't damage it, and then go through all the work of making a submission and sending it to PSA. Hopefully nothing gets messed up in shipping. And then you're hoping that it grades the exact same grade, because if they grade it down a grade to 9, well, now it's worth less. And so like then you're risking getting the right grade, getting it back. It's like, so you're asking someone to do all that and take all that risk, do all that nonsense, instead of just pay a little more and get the PSA 10. It's like, that's not irrational for people to be buying 10s. It really isn't.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, look at the Pikachu Illustrator. I mean, whoever's buying that card, 500 grand, they can buy whatever they want if they're spending 500 grand on the card, right? But when it comes like a Gold Star Gyarados or a Gold Star Charizard, like that PSA 10 is just, you're at like 12K to 20K, where that CGC 10, you're literally going to be about 40% of that PSA 10 price, right? So it's like a conundrum, man. It's pretty tough. It's tough.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a great thing for like flippers and people trying to make arbitrage on it. Want to crack it and try to grade with PSA. I think it's great for that. Like you said, it's great for collectors. I just, for people who are kind of like attacking, not really attacking, but like are down on people for buying the label and like make fun of them and say, you're buying the label, you're not even buying the card. It's like, there's a lot that goes into it to make that CGC 10 a PSA 10.
Happy. I don't care about that CGC. It's if the collector's happy, and it's because all the negativity pushes people away from the hobby. You want people to come into this hobby, right? Yeah. So I mean, CGC, it's not for me, right? But it could be for somebody else. But at the end of the day, if a guy's happy that he has this 10, right, then be happy with it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I was more saying like the other side of it, where people are acting like almost like it's so easy, right? Like,
no, it's impossible, dude. You're gonna hit a 9, or you're gonna damage the. I just ruined a 9.5 Kabutops the other day. It's not gonna get a 10 now. It was a BGS 9.5. It slipped, went right through the card, man. But no, it's not that easy. I've had my cards damage that PSA. I've had things go missing in the mail. Spend that extra money. It's worth it.
You get the grader. It doesn't grade right. And so that's what I'm saying. It's like people who say, well, hey, with down the road, you want to, CGC keeps, slabs keep going down in value. You can always just crack it and resend it and get the same grade in PSA. It's like, no, you can't. Don't tell people that. It's not true.
No, it's not true. Like I said, I've seen some CGC 10s that I said it should be a PSA 8, but then I've seen CGC 10s that like I've seen nicer it's nicer than a PSA 10. Yeah. So it's tough. It's really, really tough. But I've only seen it in let's say 5 years. I've seen 9s cross the 10s twice.
Gotcha.
It's tough.
So let's transition. Let's
go.
We've already established you're a collector, right? We've seen we've seen a lot of the collection. How did we transition to having mountains of these sealed cases now?
Man. So, all right. So I've had a Putnam account before, right? And what they do is they invest, and you see where all your money's going up, down. Chilling Reign, right? Battle Styles.
The Discord's going to love this one.
Yeah. Chilling Reign is, I was buying cases for $460 of Chilling Reign.
You got them for $460. That's
$460. But I bought a good amount. I wish I bought more. And I also, when they hit, I traded half because I was into slabs at the moment. So I traded some, but now I don't have as many. I have 8 cases right now, but I want more.
I think the lowest ones I bought were, I think, $474. They were like $79 a box.
Oh, that's good. But see, it's easier for me because I'm meeting, going to these people around here, and I give them cash. So then I'm not getting taxed on it, which is nice.
They don't get yeah. I get it for sure.
So that's how I get a little more room on that. Yep. But Chilling Reign. So one of the first videos I watched of yours, right? Battle Styles. This is what caught my ear. You were talking about Battle Styles booster boxes. And I'm like, dude, no one thinks like that, right? I was like, I think like that. The alt arts, Battle Styles was the first Sword and Shield set that brought back alt arts since the Sun and Moon era. So it was fun. I remember that. I'll never get lucky like this again. 3 packs in, I pulled the Sleeping T-Tar, right? And that's the only card I wanted from the set. But Battle Styles, it had pretty nice alt arts. Then Chilling Reign, think about this. Chilling Reign has the second most alt arts out of any Sword and Shield set.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, it's true. Okay. I'm not going to say anything that's not true.
God, I wasn't questioning you. I just didn't know.
But it does. It has this next to Evolving Skies. How is that box only at the time, $70-something, $80? How is that box only $80? There's no way.
Because Pokemon was dying, remember?
Yeah. It's still dying, right?
It's dying right now, guys. It's dying. Jump out. It's all dying.
Yeah, it's all dying. Magic's dying. Magic, but diamond hands, diamond hands, baby, diamond hands.
You hold Magic too?
No, I let go. Dude, I listen to Rudy for everything.
Yeah.
I mean, Magic is. I like playing it. I've played it. I love collecting Pokemon. I like playing Magic. Right. I got into Magic. It's fun to play. It's because the people that I get all my Pokemon from, they taught me how to play Magic, and it was just. Yeah, I gave it a shot. It was fun. I collected a little bit. I tried pulling the serialized cards from like Brothers War, but it's just, I don't know. Pokemon is even.
The thing with Magic is like, because of like the whole like, dark, like theme around it or whatever, it just isn't as, globally accepted. Pokemon's accepted by anyone, old people, young people,
IP in the world.
Parents feel safe with their kids with this. Yeah. Like, it doesn't have any like barriers to entry for Pokemon, whereas like Magic, it can be seen as like, oh no, that's an older kid's game, or oh no, that's dark, you need to stay away from that. Or Pokemon doesn't really have that. I mean, to an extent, like you just never hear anything bad, no bad publicity about Pokemon.
No, and that's what's huge. Like at the end of the day, Pokemon has the biggest IP in the world, bigger than Star Wars, bigger than Marvel. So, I mean, I realized when I was like selling my Magic, like all my sealed Magic, it was tough to sell. But if I put up a team up booster box, I have 10 messages in 10 minutes, right? Sealed Pokemon, I can't even sell this right. I've been trying to sell this Gold Star right for like 3 weeks now. It is tough to sell, but I can trade this right and get a fossil first ed box, right? And I already have a buyer for that instantly. It's so easy to sell your sealed Pokemon. I never have an issue. That's why I don't ever give discounts when I sell sealed, because I know it's going to sell. Like I went to that show this weekend.
What was this weekend?
What was that?
What was this weekend?
Woodbridge had a show. So I brought some sealed stuff, and all the sealed stuff, I'm not even kidding, in like an hour was all gone. And it was all like extra Sun and Moon boxes I had. And they were just.
Yeah. So like the same thing was true of Collecticon. So, I mean, I talked to at least 20 to 30 booths there. Every single person said the same exact thing. Singles, binder, even raw, like, high-end singles, sealed, all selling great. Even like plushies and like, just weird like art stuff was selling good. Slabs were a slow mover. It was almost unanimous across everyone I talked to. Was that kind of the same thing at that show?
Yeah. My buddy, who's a huge high-end collector, we're talking like Gold Star 10 slabs, is slowly getting out of all his slabs and going to singles. And he's even trying to buy sealed too. So
what do you mean singles? Like to grade or to sell as singles?
Selling. He said he sells singles way easier than slabs. So he's getting out of slabs and putting his money into singles.
I don't even explain that. I don't even understand that. Like,
so he does a lot of graded cards, right?
Okay. I know that, but I mean, just buying singles and somehow makes a margin on those.
He said he's killing it on singles, but he's buying high end singles. Like he just bought a complete Gold Star set, right?
Okay.
Yeah, he posted nonstop, but he went to Collecticon and he made his money back from that whole single Gold Star set. So the raw cards,
he's just trying to buy like lots or collections at a lower rate, and then he's just selling them at a higher rate, and no grading required.
Exactly. And his money is just it's recycling really fast. Like he'll sell the collection and boom, he's buying another collection.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like the issue
for him right now.
Yeah, it's like the issue right now is, it's like it's thought that more and more people are getting into grading and wanting to, get those margins. So there's less and less slab buyers. There's more and more people wanting to buy singles to put into slabs because they see margin there. The only issue is the liquidity is getting low.
Yeah, it is. It is. Slabs are. I mean, I love them. I love collecting them myself. Like there's some slabs I'll never like. There you go.
Well, it makes it so much easier to sell and transact. Like every single person in this. Yeah, there it is. XY, baby.
XY. Like I'll never get rid of those. But like
every single person in this chat, like, it's almost like a game of telephone. Like you could show every single person the same exact card, and every single person will put down probably a different grade. Like, oh, I think it's mint. I think it's near mint to mint. I think it's light played. And it's just like, that's the only thing that slabs are great for. It's like, it's unanimous. Hey, this is what it is. It's a PSA 7.
And then as a PSA 7, there's not near mint or HP or anything like that. Yeah.
Right. Right. You don't have to worry about sending it to someone and saying, hey, this isn't how you described it. I want to send it back. Or
I've never got like the only time I would buy raw is if I'm like in person. I won't buy it on like TCG. I won't buy it off of eBay. Only if I'm in person. So I can see it and I can't blame anyone. So someone said the card's near mint. I get it. You put the crease on it and then it's a nightmare. Then I don't get my money back. And then you're going back and forth. It's just, if I'm going to buy a card, I need to have it in my hand when it comes to raws. Slabs, I'm not afraid of. I'll buy whatever, whether it's eBay or PWCC, I'll buy the slab. But when it comes to raw, if I don't have it in my hand, I'm not buying it.
Well, I figure this is a good time real quick. Guys, we got 120 people in here, 35 minutes in. For everyone who stays till the end of the video, we're going to have some giveaways. All right. Again, courtesy of Shag Sports Cards. We got 5 Evolving Skies packs to give away. All right. Someone's going to get 5 Evolving Skies packs. And I'm also going to give away these 2 Brilliant Stars blister packs. One's with an Eevee, one's with a Flapple. So, guys, stick around. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that at the end, but at the end, we're going to come up with some way. And
I'll throw in a giveaway.
What's that?
I'll throw in a giveaway. Give me 1 sec. I'll get something.
You sure? Hey, man, you don't have to.
No, I want to.
How about that, guys? You're getting more and more giveaways. But yeah, guys, make sure to check out Shag Sports Cards. It's shagsportscards.com. I mean, everything they got, it's usually very reasonably priced. The shipping's always fast. It's very well secured, and they do a great job. So I did want to give him a shout out and give back a little more to everyone out there. Guys, I mean, I don't know if this is gonna what?
Yeah, just give him an ETB.
He's giving away a whole ETB.
Yeah.
Sponsored now by the Pokemon Plumber.
I love giving back, man.
He's giving away a full ETB tonight, guys. So I don't know. We'll figure out a way at the end how we're gonna do it. But just everyone who wants to shout at that, make sure to stay tuned to the end of the live. So that'll be fun. But yeah. So let's go back a little bit. You said that. Did I hear you're still buying cases of Sun and Moon?
I'm still buying cases of Sun and Moon.
And where are you finding these? Because surely your store contact can't have those sitting around.
No, they do have them sitting around, but he doesn't want to get rid of them. He's the guy that he always kept one of every set from X and Y, right? So he has Team Up. He has like 2 Guardians Rising. Like he has everything from XY to today, and he always kept one case. Wow. So, but he doesn't want to sell.
Still have a case of Flashfire.
1 case of every set from XY. I know. I really want the Phantom Forces case, but he won't get rid of it. And they just bought a second store. I was like, "Do you need money?" I was trying to buy it from him.
How's your Phantom Forces collection? You're not looking for a silver Dialga, are you?
Oh yeah, you got a 10, right?
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that. If you can post the Gengar with Dialga, that looks nice.
I hear you.
We can talk after this about that. I might.
Yeah. So what are you? Where are you finding the cases then? Just online?
eBay. I don't recommend that you do this, right? But if the username, a lot of times they're on Instagram, right? So I'm not saying that you should do this, but if they look legit and they have a whole bunch of views and things like that, or recommendations, then I'll message them. Try to outside of it, because then I can save 13% right off the top, right? So I've been finding people on Instagram. That's how I got this Unbroken Bonds case. I mean, I think every Sun and Moon box shouldn't be less than $1,000, right? Like I'm not in it for just 1 year. I'm in it for 5 years or 10 years. I don't know. I just love it. I don't care. It could stack up as much as it wants. Like I'm very grateful to be in the position that I'm in, but I work my ass off. Right.
When you say every sentiment, you mean like the tag team boxes, or you mean like
the
all
tag team boxes? Like
okay.
Unbroken Bonds, Unified Minds.
Like you're not looking for Crimson Invasion to hit 1,000, are you?
No. Maybe one day like 300, 350, maybe.
Yeah.
You're right. But like when it comes to, even Ultra Prism's a decent set because that Lily. But yeah, like when it comes to Unified Minds, Unbroken Bonds, Team Up, and Cosmic. Those are the ones I'm like. Cosmic's too expensive now. If you check my Instagram, this has to be like maybe like 7 months ago. Like in the past year and a half, I was posting videos of me buying Cosmic Eclipse box after Cosmic Eclipse box from Troll and Toad, and they had this coupon, right? And it was like a 25% coupon. So I was getting these boxes at like 3 something to 4 something. So I kept buying box after box. And there's videos of me coming home from work. I'm still in my boots and I'm just opening saying, guys, I'm telling you, this is $1,000 box. This is $1,000 box. Like Cosmic is what really got me into Pokemon, like heavy. So Cosmic is now almost $1,000 box, like 900, 850, right? But
Cosmic, yeah, I mean, I know it was in the 900s. I know they're fluctuating a little bit, but yeah, it's up there.
I mean, I think that's the best set of Sun and Moon. I think it's better than Team Up. I love Cosmic Eclipse.
Oh, it's definitely better than Team Up. I think Team Up just, I mean,
it wasn't
because of short print, it got blown up, and then that Latios card, that was not even the best hit in the set. No, that came out of nowhere.
I love the Gengar and the Mimikyu, and then the Magikarp Will Art. Like I love those 2 cards.
Yeah,
but I mean the Latios is cool, but no, right now I still think if you can buy Unbroken Bonds. Like if you get a case and you're able to pay around $400 to $450, I think that's still a good buy. I don't think that's a bad buy.
I'm telling you, per box.
Per box.
Yeah.
Like I'm still buying it at that, but once you hit like over 6, 7, I'm gonna back off a little bit. But that's why I'm trying to buy them now.
So are you? Let's kind of get to Sword and Shield. Like, are you? So when you say you're done with slabs, like, are you collecting singles? Are you still collecting slabs? Like, did you kind of stop with like XY Sword or Sun, XY and Sun and Moon? Are you still like buying any of the newer stuff? Are you waiting?
Okay, so I'm still buying XY slabs. I think they'll have their day, like the Alakazam, the Gyarados, the Mewtwo's.
Is it just 10s or do you go after 9s too?
It's some. All right, so I did buy 3 9s. It was the Venusaur, the Blastoise, and the Charizard because I can't find 10s. Right.
You mean like the like XY base Flash Fire?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I do have 9s of those, but I will buy 9s. I think 9s are really, really, really cheap. There's no reason why the Venusaur I bought for like $50 and a 9. That's insane. That's too cheap.
Yeah.
I mean,
did you buy it after I made that video?
No, I've always loved XY.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know when I made that video, that's like or what they were going for. Then all of a sudden that,
Yeah, that's when I messaged you and I sent you a picture of all my XY cards. I'm like, dude, me too. But
XY gets a bad rap. I don't get it. I mean, the whole generation, I mean, the whole like era is basically every set's based off almost a 150 or a 151 starter. I mean, not starter, but a 151 Pokemon. I mean, you got like a Charizard set. Base set's basically Blastoise and Venusaur. You got Alakazam, a Mewtwo set, a Gyarados set.
Gengar.
Evolutions is a reprint. Generations reprint. It's like almost every set's based off 151 Pokemons. It's like, I don't understand why it gets so much hate. I think it's because the pull rates are so, you can basically open one case and have a whole set type thing.
I pulled the Alakazam twice and went like, remember the pre-releases? So I pulled out of 10 of them, I pulled two of the gold border, the secret Alakazams, and 2 of the full art Alakazams. But they were trashed, right? So think about this. When XY blows up, the pops on those cards are super low. That's all I have to say. So like when everybody wants these cards, they're not going to be around.
I mean, the Dialga, I think the Venusaur Blastoise, like, I don't know. There's a good amount of those cards that are literally under 100 pop. Like, you don't even see vintage cards under 100 pop. Very few.
The Steelix from Steam Siege in a 10 is $40. In a 10. That's kind of like a no-brainer.
Yeah. I don't really know what to think. I mean, and then you get the Sword and Shield where it's, the whole 9 billion cards thing. And like, there's so much of it. But then on the flip side of that, it's the exact opposite of XY. They're extremely hard to hit, like 500, 600 packs to hit an alt-art.
Dude, do you want to hear something crazy? All right. These are real numbers. All right. 2 booster box cases of Evolving Skies, not 1 Moonbrown. This is first print run, right? 2 ETB cases, no Moonbrown. A Pokemon Center ETB case, no Moonbrown. A case of blisters, no Moonbrown. I pulled everything else 2 and 3 times. I've never pulled a Moonbreon. And I was like, I can't open any more of this. Like I just wanted to pull that card. It was bad. But like no Moonbreon. And so they're talking about all these cards they're printing. And I've just opened, I can't even tell you how many packs, and I didn't pull one Moonbreon.
Right. Right. No, I get it. So, I mean, do you think, what's your feeling on alt arts? I mean, for the future?
I mean, I think they're beautiful. I love them. So even though there's a lot of printed product, everyone came back in the Pokemon. Like everybody came back in the Pokemon. So this is why I think alt arts and Sword and Shield as a whole is going to do really good. So think about this. This past Halloween, I went trick-or-treating with my daughters. I've seen like 10 kids in Pokemon costumes, right? So think about this. When they grow up and they have real people money, and they're going to be like, oh, I remember opening Brilliant Stars with my dad. I remember opening Chilling Reign with my mom. When they're that age, I don't care how much is printed. This hobby is thriving. They're going to want that booster box. They might not be, fossil prices or base set prices, but there's no way they're going to be sub 500. There's no way. So I don't care how much they printed. All right, here's one more example. You have a First Ed Charizard 9, right? And everyone's like, oh, it went for this, it went for that. But then a Black Label Moonbreon went for that. It doesn't matter because there weren't that many people. Like when I was a kid, that's what we loved. But now you have, let's say, 20 million people that love that Moonbreon. And then you have 1 million that love that Charizard. I don't care how many Moonbreons there are. You have 10 million people that want it, not just 1 million. So it doesn't matter how many cards there are. You have the amount of people.
Yeah. I think what happens in this hobby is, I don't know why everything gets compared the way it does. I think it's people like almost like people get upset about it, because of just their belief, their feelings, maybe what they have. Like, I don't know what the reason is, but people get upset that like a modern card or a modern box sells for this much when a vintage card doesn't, or it took this long for a vintage card to be worth that. And so they're only, the only thing they can come up with is, oh, this is overvalued. We're in a bubble. People are being irrational. And it's like, but they're not, right? Because back before all the boom and everything, 2016 through 19, when I got in the hobby, nothing was proven. It was scary as heck to put $2,000 in a base set booster box. Nowadays, I mean, you'll put $2,000 into a couple cases of modern boxes and you feel 100% secure. It wasn't like that back then. And so the prices are moving up because of, I guess, kind of like the sense of, I guess, security people feel because the hobby is much more proven. More and more people are seeing it in a financial aspect. And we just didn't have it back then. And so it's hard to see it compared all the time because, I get it. People just, they throw the pop reports at you. They throw the print runs at you. They throw the historical significance of the hobby and, how other hobbies, people always go back to the originals. But I just think we're seeing a shift. I mean, I know sports cards have 1-of-1s and like 1-of-10s and all the crazy stuff they do, but they're still being worth more nowadays than the vintage cards. Everything but baseball, sports cards, modern are starting to outperform.
So everyone's like, Pokemon's dead. So on your phone, how like when you're on Facebook, memories pop up, right? Yeah. So when I was first getting into Pokemon 2018, I screenshotted a PSA 9 Gold Star Rayquaza, right? You know how much that PSA 9 was going for?
$900.
$750.
I remember that market pretty good.
Yeah. Misaki 10. A Misaki 10, dude. How much was that?
I didn't get into that.
It was like $400 for Misaki 10. Yeah. There's no... I mean, if prices go down that low, I don't care because I'm buying it all, right? I don't see it dropping like that. There's just too much into the hobby right now.
Especially going to like collecticons and going to shows, like you just see how strong the hobby. You see how much money is involved, and we're all getting older. We're all making more money. Like, all right, we're becoming more successful, and this is where we're going to spend our excess income. It just is.
I feel safer putting my money in the Pokemon than putting it in the banks, right? Like that's just me personally. Like,
There's some people hearing that like freaking out, like, are you crazy?
yeah, they're like, so I said this to my fiance. I said, in 20 years, when we're sitting at our Key West house, right, you'll be thanking me. Or I could be the smartest guy in the world, or I could be the dumbest. I don't know. Time will tell, but I'm not putting it to the point where all my money, like I can't afford my bills. I can't afford this. I'm putting some of my money where I feel comfortable. And I still have my 401k. I didn't lose my 401k, but I'm putting a lot into Pokemon. And I feel confident. It's a gamble that I'm personally willing to take. It's my money. I can do what I want with it.
Right. Yeah. And some people have a very hard time, taking that in the space. Like, like they feel responsible how other adults spend their money. I don't know why. But.
Yeah, people think I'm insane. But also I go to Collecticon and I'm like, oh, I spent too much money. I'm out for an hour and I just made 30,000 on Pokemon. You can't tell me this hobby is dead.
Well, you're insane, but someone who hits up the bars every night and spends $200 a night and then goes out here, goes to spend thousands of dollars a week. They're normal. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you're partying. You're going to strip clubs and wasting $1,000 on a night on some star in Destiny.
Or you go, or even less than that. Like you go, you buy a new car every year and you just keep flipping the negative equity in and again, and you have this. But that's okay. That's normal. That's normal middle class America. But to put money into Pokemon, that's the stupid thing.
It's blasphemous, right? Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. God, I wanted to ask you. Oh, that's right. So obviously you're getting every box, you're moving back. How far have you got past Black and White? Like back to Diamond Pearl, back to Middle Era?
So I have Diamond and Pearl base. I'm working on a Majestic Dawn right now. We're $250 apart. So that's driving me insane. It's a whole different story. I don't want to put them on blast or anything, but
what is Majestic Dawn box going for?
So we agreed to $6,250, but it was his friend that agreed and he didn't agree to it and he wants $6,500. So that's my next goal is Diamond and Pearl. Like I have an Arceus box right now for Platinum, but I want to do Diamond and Pearl, but it gets a little crazy. It gets crazy with Diamond and Pearl.
Are you is your main goal to get every box?
I mean, one day.
Including
so that's
first edition base.
Dude, as long as I just have to see how work goes. I want to have 3 trucks on the road. We'll just see how things go.
So yeah, let's talk about that. I mean, because your business, all right? So you took the leap. When did you leave your job?
Okay, so I left my job during COVID. Why
was that? Were things just slow, or you just wanted to take a leap?
No, things were great. I was doing 6 figures. I was doing really well there, but I just felt like I was plateauing and I could feel it. Right?
Were you already doing side jobs, I'm guessing?
Not really. We had a contract that I wasn't allowed to do that. Right?
Wow.
I was only to work for them. Right. Okay. So I didn't have any outside, income. I would do the Pokemon, the Dragon Ball Z figures. I would do that stuff, trade and sell that stuff. But no, my only income was there. But I was just thinking, I was like, I have to try and branch out. And I was so nervous. And I'll be 100% honest with you. I put every penny I had to start my business. Right. And I was down to my last $3,000, advertising, uniform, trucks, tools.
Yeah.
I was down to my last 3 and I was like, I'm going to have to go. I was like, thank God I left on a good note with them because I'm going to have to go back.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then we got hit with a hurricane. Right. And in that week, I made all the money I invested in and then word of mouth and my phone started ringing and I was like, thank you, God. It worked. But you don't know these things until you take that leap. I was so nervous. I was pushing it off. I was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Okay, I'm going to do it. And then I would talk myself out of it. I'm like, but it's not consistent money. I have 2 kids. What if I fail? I kept getting what if I fail in my head. And you don't know until you try. And I just made that leap and I kept grooving. No matter what. I'm looking up customers. I'm working in sewers. I'm doing the worst jobs I don't want to do because I want to make it work. And I gave it 110%. That hurricane hit. And then the rest is history. It was so cool.
You have someone working for you now?
Yeah, I have a couple guys working for me now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I just hired one of them. That's a Pokemon guy.
Really?
Yeah, he's a younger kid. His name's Justin, and he was
And you
like,
met him through the hobby,
I met him through the hobby.
and he just happened to live near you.
Yeah, and he just comes and helps me. He loves it. So I hang out with him. I talk Pokemon all day, and he's learning how to pump. He's like, Pokemon's his full-time job, right? But he wants to learn a trade. So I respect it. The kid's 20. He's young. He's 21, 22, and he wants to learn a trade as well. So
he's doing Pokemon full time now.
he does Pokemon full-time, and he's 22.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, that's an awesome story. I mean, congrats, dude. That's a hell of an accomplishment there.
Yeah. But everyone thinks they get to take off weekends and stuff like that.
Nah.
When you start your business, your phones are on 24/7.
It's one of the reasons I don't own a business anymore.
Yeah,
it's brutal.
It drains you. But make sure you get a good guy that can handle those weekends so you can spend time with your family. Family is very important.
Yeah, if you can find someone you can trust that's going to stick with you, you can pay well enough to stick around.
Yes.
That's really what it's about.
And pay them whatever they want, so they say.
Yeah, because it's near impossible to find someone like that you can actually trust with your business.
Trust is everything, especially when they're dealing with money, things like that. Trust is everything.
So then basically I'm guessing kind of everything that's with you with the hobby now is just your money coming in. I mean, you're not really selling a whole lot these days?
No, I don't sell too much.
Okay. So it's all just, you're not like buy, sell, and trading. I mean, you say you trade sometimes, but
I'll trade.
Kind of each month with your monthly income, you're able to just purchase more for your collection.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's good. It's nice to hear this perspective because in this space, we get so wrapped up in the buy, sell, trade, flip, grade, raw singles. Oh my gosh, you shouldn't be buying slabs. Oh, you shouldn't let money sit in sealed products. You could be buying and flipping. It's like, I just feel like I have to get out of that like sometimes because people just don't realize, hey, people have lives out there. Not everyone has all the hours in the day to do all this crazy work. Like there's so many people just like you, and probably not at your level, but like you who just, hey, I got a good job. My financial responsibilities are taken care of. My family's taken care of. I'm putting extra money into Pokemon.
Yeah, never spend house money on Pokemon. That's the best advice I can give you. Never spend it gets to the point where I'm buying these bigger products, and sometimes I will like liquidate another bigger card that I'm not a fan of. But I will have a certain amount set, but I will never go into that house money. That's the number one rule I have.
Gotcha.
Like I just won't buy it then, right? If I think if I'm gonna have to reach in there, I just won't do it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I just relax and it's fun. It's so much fun for me with this crazy world we live in. Pokemon's like my peace and quiet. I get to go home. I watch videos, watch Rudy, and I just relax and enjoy it. Go through my cards. It's so much fun.
It's so refreshing to hear this perspective, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man. I try to keep the drama out of it because I see so much drama, and like drama is good people get views from it, right? But like, dude, I'll just sit back and enjoy myself. I have too much drama with work, man.
I mean, people say that. I'm still waiting on the views that come with all the drama I get sucked into, but I'm still waiting on those views.
Dude, you just keep it moving, man. It'll happen.
Oh man, let's talk about 151. We got to at least bring up 151 while we're here.
Love it.
Love it.
Dude, all right. The pull rates aren't as easy as people think. I opened 2 ETB cases and then not building battles, the booster bundles. I opened 2 cases of booster bundles, no Blastoise. Like I thought I'd be able to master set it, and I master set Obsidian Flames in 4 boxes.
60 packs? 10, right? 10 packs of 6?
Yep.
Okay.
But I master set Obsidian Flames in 4 booster boxes with 151. But that's
wait, stop. 4 booster boxes?
Yeah, I master set Obsidian Flames in 4 booster boxes. Not like all the reverses and everything, but I got all that. It was insane. Insane.
So do you try to get a set of every one that comes out?
Yeah.
And you open it all yourself?
All right, I'll be honest. I didn't try to master set Scarlet and Violet base.
Okay. But you try to open it all yourself too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Unless with Lost Origin, it started getting really expensive. I opened like 3 cases and pulled 2 alt arts, and I was like, I cheated on that one. I bought everything to master set that. Yeah, it's not like it's fun pulling the card. Like with that Moonbreon, it still haunts me to this day that I didn't pull it. And I've had it. I've had like 10 of them, and it's not the same as when you pull it yourself.
Hey, I mean, don't give up. It's not over. You can still.
Dude, I don't even. They're like $11 a pack now. I don't even want to open them anymore.
So I do want to show this because I think it's important. So you know Mason Cardinal Gaming.
Yeah.
Okay, well he made a video today, and so I'm gonna give him the credit for this. I'm not like bringing these statistics up for myself. He made the video on this, but I think it's worth discussing. Here, let me get this thing up. So here's Obsidian Flames. Here's like a normal set, right? Here's what it looks like. You have like hundreds, like 170, 130, 125, 250. Like you have hundreds or multiple hundreds of cards available on TCG Player, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what 151 looks like. There's 31 Charizards. There's 19 Blastoise. There's 18 Zapdos. And guys, these aren't all near mint. If you click on these cards and you actually like look up just near mint copies. Oh, never mind. Sorry, it's 18 near mint. There's one live play. Okay, so 18 of them are near mint. But I mean, I was thinking about buying some of these, and you can just see the sales history. These were like $35 a day ago. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So literally.
Yeah, the pull rates are easy.
$35 on the 23rd, and now they're selling, not listed, selling for $55 already.
Yeah, pull rates are not easy.
So 151, man, the hype is real. The pull rates are not like Obsidian Flames, Paldea, and Scarlet and Violet base, and people are paying up for it. Now, obviously, there's bound to be more print runs coming. There's no way they're not going to reprint this set. But
printing so much, they have to.
But what I'm saying is this is not normal. Like normally a new set has like 100 copies of a card listed on TCG Player after it releases. And to see, and usually prices plummet. Like prices of singles always trend down after release. We're seeing prices trend up.
The Alakazam was $20 and now it's back to $40.
Yeah.
It was weird.
And remember, we're in a market where Pokemon's dying and no one wants Pokemon anymore.
Yeah, I forgot.
So, look, I don't know what's happening.
That's actually kind of crazy. There's not that many listed.
And also the ETVs are rising again. There was times like now I know you could probably find it cheaper, but on the open market they were like in the low 400s, like 430, 440 a case. Mm-hmm. Now they're rising. I mean, now they're going back up to like high 400s. They're selling for $500 again.
Thank God I'm getting mine. I'm getting a good quantity tomorrow, so I'm getting them at a good price.
You gonna reveal how many you got?
60.
So 6 cases?
No. 60 cases. But they're not all mine. Okay, so there's another party that's splitting it with me.
60 cases.
Yes.
And this is to open or hold?
Hold. I'm telling you, once I saw like the pull rates aren't good, I don't care how many times they print. All right. Hidden Fates.
How many here? First off, like on like a regular set, how many? What do you usually get? Like a Celebrations or a Crown Zenith? How much are you holding of those?
10 cases.
So you're going like 6 times as deep. Oh, sorry, you're splitting them.
Splitting them.
You're going like what? Triple as deep on
triple as deep. Well, I also grew up with base set, so
Okay.
it's a soft spot for me.
So you believe 151?
Oh, it's the out of Scarlet and Violet, I believe in this the most so far. Dude, the pull rate.
You haven't bought any Scarlet and Violet boxes yet to hold, right?
No, I do have. I have like 3 cases of it. Nothing crazy.
Oh, okay.
Like I still have it. It's because I opened like 1 case and I didn't enjoy it that much, so I just set it to the side. But
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but with 151, once I saw that the pull rates were tough. I mean, out of all that I opened, I only pulled 1 Charizard and 1 Venusaur. I pulled a lot of Ericas, but besides that, 1 Bill's Trainer.
And was any of it gradable? Was the print quality bad?
None of it was gradable. It's
Gotcha.
pretty bad. It reminds me like, dude, it's as bad as Burning Shadows.
Oh gosh!
I'm telling you, some of them are like coming out as like 8s. It's pretty bad.
Wow.
That's why I think like even if you buy these in 10s, I don't think the pop's going to be high on 10s.
Relative, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's surprising how bad the print run is.
So, I mean, obviously the goal is I mean, I get like you have your PC, you have a lot. You're trying to complete your box collection, but obviously, the goal is to sell these boxes one day or trade them for something. So, like, do you have any type of metric you look at when you want to start like moving out of some of the boxes you have in cases, or are you just like piling right now and you're going to ask those questions later?
I'm just piling now and asking those questions later.
So, like, Cosmic goes to 2,000, you're still just going to sit on it.
I mean, if Cosmic hits 2,000, I'll get rid of like a couple of them. But at the end of the day, I love having them. I know it seems like insane, but like I love sealed product. I really do. Like that wall I have of sealed product. When I go to bed at night, I'm like, I love looking at it. It's awesome to me.
And you have a lot of high-end slabs too. So if you like had to pick one, if someone said you got to pick your slab collection or your sealed product collection.
Honestly, I'm going with sealed.
Going with sealed. I love to hear that.
Because like, I mean, this is what I think, like, at the craziest world, right? I was watching Walking Dead the other night, and I was like, imagine if this happened. I was like, what would I do? I was like, I would definitely open that base set booster box. That's what I thought, dude. Like, because I'd be able to open it in the future. You never know. If things are so good, I might be able to open, my Fire Red Leaf Green, my base set booster box. That would be even cooler.
Right. But
if things don't go well, I have these to move, right? You never know what the future brings.
No, I agree, man. I think some people just have a brain block with that. Like when some people hear that people can actually like the sealed box more than like the cards inside, it blows their mind. But I'm the same way. Like, I mean, but the first thing I bought ever when I got back in the hobby was I got the 3 original sets back, base, jungle, fossil, just because I remembered as a kid, and they were like probably light play at best and all mixed up. Some first edition, some shadowless, it didn't matter. I just wanted the first 3 sets. But after that, I pretty much moved exclusively into sealed product before I started grading cards. I mean, it was the blister packs, the booster packs, the boxes, the theme decks, the other weird, like, it was pretty much exclusively sealed product. And I feel like most people, they don't understand that. Like they would go after the cards. They want to go after the hits they remember. Like, I like sealed product more. I think that's why probably I steered more towards sealed product in my channel.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, there's so many things to it. It could be what's in that box, right? Like that's one of the coolest things. I don't know what's in that box. And I mean, it looks awesome. I mean, it always looks good.
Yeah.
Like, dude, look how beautiful a sealed box of this looks.
I'm telling, and I know you can put the graded guards on the slabs and you can display them on a stand, but it just doesn't do as much justice as that. That is a better piece of art, in my opinion.
I'm 1,000%. And they're like, well, it takes up room. I don't care. The boxes are awesome, especially those black and white boxes. They're gorgeous.
Yeah.
The arts I want them to bring back the arts like that. But that Phantom Forces box, that's XY. But like they stopped doing it around Phantom Forces, and then with the Ancient, they went to the other, like the white and stuff like that. But some of these boxes, the arts are beautiful. I'm right there with you. Sealed, so cool.
What's before we take some questions from the chat, like what's the big goals you're looking for right now? We talked about you're looking for the what box with the diamond pearl box. Are you kind of like completely moving away from slabs? Are there any slabs you're looking for?
Yeah, I really want an English Crystal Lugia 10 because I have the Japanese unlimited. So I really want the English one. Okay. So I want an English Lugia 10. I want the Neo Shining Gyarados in Japanese. Do you ever see that card in person?
No.
So the Kuro Mio? Okay. It has like that full hollow on it. The Gyarados, it's not like the English version. Like it has like this shiny blue on it. It's gorgeous.
Really?
So, yeah, I want both those cards in 10s, the Lugia and the Gyarados. And then I want a Majestic Dawn booster box. Those are like my next 3 goals right now.
Gotcha. And so are you like willing to trade part for those? Or are you trying to go all cash on those?
There's not much I have that I want to trade right now.
Gotcha.
Like I'm at the point where I got rid of a lot of stuff that I was willing to get rid of. Now I kind of want to hold it.
And I got one last question. How far does your case investment go back? Like when did you starting to invest in cases?
Like the earliest cases I have is Sun and Moon.
Okay.
Like I don't have any. Oh no, I'm lying. I have evolution cases. All right, so I have evolutions.
Diamond hands with the evolutions.
I have evolutions. Yes.
Wow. You never sold them.
No. But now they're 700.
Now they're back up to close to 8 now, I think.
Oh, are they? Okay.
They're moving.
They were hitting 1,000, 1,100.
I know. I sold.
I know. It happens, but I had that when the Sun and Moon went crazy. I had the Gengar Mimikyu that I graded myself, and I had people offer me $1,100, right? And then I graded I graded the Magikarp and Wailord myself, and I had $1,100. The Gengar people were offering $1,300, and I held, and now they're like 700, 600. But it happens. But with the Japanese ponchos, that's where I said I'm happy I did that. So sometimes
what do you normally do? Just like, what do you normally do? Like 2-3 cases of a booster box set?
Yes.
And then you try to go a little heavier on the ETB, like special release sets?
Special release sets I go heavier on, but
Okay.
I try to have at least like 3 or 4. Like with Chilling Rain, I went really hard on Chilling Rain.
Yeah.
Because it was just such a good price. And
dollar wise, you probably spent around the same amount, but you probably got twice as much.
Yeah, exactly. But I do like Chilling Rain. I ripped a lot of Chilling Rain, and dude, there's times where I pulled 2 alt arts in a box. Chilling Rain isn't Chilling Pain for me. I got very lucky with Chilling Rain. Yeah. Wow. So I'm a big fan of Chilling Rain. And then
I am too.
I mean, I'll tell you how high I am on Evolving Skies. I already had like 4 cases, and I even bought a case when they were like 1,800, and I was like, "They're 1,800 is still a good buy."
I just bought another case.
Yeah, they're what, like 26 now?
No, when I bought it, I bought the case at like $350 a box. Yep,
that's not bad though.
I made a video about it. I went and bought a case of every. I bought another case of every single alt art set except Battle Styles. I didn't get any more of that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I bought another Fusion Strike, another Brilliant Stars, another. I mean, obviously, I'm more Lost Origin Silver Tempest because it's cheap now.
I know.
But yeah, it's just like, I mean, like you said, I'm looking at like where I can put money. I'm just like, well, I really don't want to put it into Scarlet and Violet right now. I got a couple Scarlet and Violet cases, but that's going to be there a while. Silver, I mean, all these alt art sets, they're moving. I mean, a lot of them are probably going to be $200 a box within a year.
I agree. I think Chilling Rain, hop on Chilling Rain before it's too late. I just got a case at 900, and I'm like, maybe I should grab like 2 more. And then I went to look, and the cheapest case I could find on TCG is like 950 right now. So it already went up another $50.
At Fusion Strike too. I mean, Gengar, it's weird because like I have a friend, Ray, Shining Cards Collectibles. He's a big Gengar fan, and I always knew that. But I mean, at Collecticon, a lot of people are Gengar fans.
Oh yeah,
I didn't realize it. Like I remember being at tables and like hearing people talk like, "Oh yeah, it's like my best card I sell is Gengar's. Oh yeah, it's the most popular." Like I'm like, really? Okay. And so like Fusion Strike, it's gonna be right behind Shining or Chilling Rain if I.
And there's good cards. It has the Celebi in it. It has the Mew, the Genesect. It has good cards in, like nice alt arts in it. I think Fusion's a good buy too. 80 and
you put those above Brilliant or what?
No. I'm big on Brilliant.
Are you really?
You want to know why I'm so big on
sticking with Charizard?
Yeah, I'm sticking with Charizard. I mean, it has the Arceus in it, but Brilliant, like the comic place around May, they always do a top 10 comic that they sold, and for a month straight, their number 1 seller, they would go 9 comics, and number 1 would be a Brilliant Stars booster box, and it was week after week after week. So I don't care if it's not my favorite, but I know a lot of people, that's their favorite. Like my top 3 sets are, this is no order: Evolving Skies, Lost Origin, Chilling Rain. Those are my top 3 sets.
You don't put Crown Zenith in there?
Yeah, I mean at the 4. I put it at the 4. I'm telling you, I really like Chilling Rain. I've always been high on Chilling Rain.
Okay.
Crown Zenith is sick, but that Blaziken from Chilling is so nice.
No, I get it. All right, guys, we're going to get into some questions. Unfortunately, there's no possible way I'm going to go like read through this chat. It's been going crazy. I really appreciate all you guys hanging out with us. There's like 150 you in here, 153. I really appreciate it. I mean, we're just having a fun time talking Pokemon. So any questions you guys want asked, start leaving them in the chat now. Before you do that, though, we're going to do the first giveaway right now. 5 Evolving Skies packs to the first person who types in the chat the 4th set in XY. What is the 4th released set in XY? First one to leave it gets the 5 Evolving Skies packs. Who's got it? Who's got it? Furious Fist, Phantom Forces. It is Phantom Forces. XY, Flashfire, Furious Fist, Phantom Forces. Whoever said Phantom Forces gets it. Space Leaf? Space Loaf. Space Loaf, you got the 5 Evolving Skies packs. All you got to do, man, send me an email to nostalgianomics@gmail.com. Give me a screenshot. Show me proof that it is your account and give me your name and address. I'll have these shipped out to you, man. Congratulations. All right, guys. What kind of question? Have you seen any questions in there yet?
Oh, no, I was laughing. They said, when is the PK fight?
No, we're not. We're not getting into all that stuff.
Oh, my God.
No, I got out. I got out. They pulled me back. I'm not getting pulled back again. Oh, man. Michael, let's see. I'm trying to find it on StreamYard. Okay. Michael Schultz, can you be a successful investor if you don't have a mustache? Probably not as successful as an investor.
My fiance hates it.
Does she?
Oh,
have you always had one or you just grew it recently?
Yeah, no, we get married November 3rd, so it's got to come off before then. So I have like a month left with this thing.
Have you always had one or is it just recent?
No, it's just recent.
Just recent? You just decided, hey, I'm going to grow a mustache?
Yeah, I can't really grow facial hair, so this is the only thing I can grow, so I was like, I'll just let it rock.
All right, what is the favorite slab in your collection? I guess this is he didn't say in your collection. I added that, but I guess you could say either. What's the favorite slab you own? What's your favorite slab ever?
My favorite slab that I own is the Skyridge Charizard in a 10.
And you own it, right?
Yeah.
So there we go. You own your favorite slab. That's pretty cool.
That was like one of my biggest goals was that card.
That's awesome, man. Congrats.
Yeah. Dude, hold on. I'll show you something real quick.
Man, Pokemon Dentist, you got it right. You're just a little too late, man. I'm sorry. I am sorry about that. There will be more. We got some more giveaways coming later on tonight. Don't worry. You have a chance. And they won't be all XY knowledge. We'll move it around. We'll move it around for you guys.
All right.
What's he got?
It might be hard. It might be hard to see.
Hold on. First of all, what is that case?
Oh, they're the Phantom displays.
That's pretty cool.
But can you see like the Japanese and the English? Like that's what I like to do when I get a card. But believe it or not, the Japanese one. This is why I'm collecting Japanese crystals too.
The only problem is I can't read it.
Yeah, I know you can't. But the hollow patterns on them are just absolutely insane. So
yeah, it is different.
Yeah, it's way different. But these are definitely the Skyridge Charizard and Mysterious Mountain Charizards are my favorite cards in my collection.
It's pretty crazy you're able to get them. So those are never leaving, right? Those are getting buried with you.
No, those are never leaving. Never leaving.
All right. Let's see. Now someone's saying the top 3 slabs you own. Dark Horse, is Charizard UPC Ultra Premium Collection box set Sword and Shield going to be a good investment sealed? Man, I think so. I mean, I know it's really coming off slow. I've got 18 or 20 of them. I can't remember. So, I mean, I like it. I'm holding it. I'm not cracking them open for the promos right now. I know a lot of people are cracking them open for that and then selling the packs and trying to, kind of make some money that way. But I still believe in them. What do you think, man?
1,000%. The pack selection, the promos, it's Charizard. I remember.
And they're relatively hard to grade, those Charizards.
They are.
And so there's always going to be that gambler that they want to, go for it. And they're, as the prices of the cards and the boxes get more scarce and they rise, people are going to want to keep buying them to try to crack it and hit those 10s. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've been thinking about it for celebrations. I mean, those metal cards, they're like 1,700, 1,800. Literally, if you hit 110, you pay for the whole case. So I'm thinking, well, crack a whole case. I got 8 chances at it.
telling you, hold those, keep them sealed a little bit longer, a little bit longer,
I hear you.
a little bit longer. What are they? They went up to what, 350 now, 450, 4?
Yeah, 354. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Like when they hit 1,000, I'll sell them.
Hit
I don't
1,000. Okay.
1,000.
Pokemon Dentist said, how do you store all your cases? I'm having storage issues.
So you want to make sure you have. All right. There's a couple ways to do this, right? Don't just put it in a storage unit that doesn't have security. Like you want to get a storage unit that has like there's a place around here where I keep a lot of the other stuff because there's too much room, right? Like can't keep everything in there. Those collection boxes take up a lot of room, but
So
there's
you have a storage unit?
Yeah, I have a storage unit. So I don't want to tell you, make sure that it has security and it has air conditioning and heat. Like that's the most important thing. But like,
And how do you, I mean, what do you do? Put shelves in there and store them on shelf? Like you don't just throw them on the ground in there, do you?
no. It's shelving. Shelving's the way to go.
Do you put them in like tubs or anything? Or?
Yeah, they're all. So you know those tubs you buy at Costco?
Yeah.
And then it has those little packets that keep the humidity out of it too.
Perfect.
Yes, that's the way to go.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, that's better answer you can get from me. I mean, I store everything at my house. I mean, I have a basement. I do that
with my booster boxes. My booster boxes don't leave me.
Yeah. I mean, it's just me and my wife and our whole house. Like we have, a ranch. It's got a basement. I mean, we have more room than I know what to do with. So I have enough room here. But yeah, I mean, guys, here's the thing. Like when you hear about storage issues, you're talking about a large amount of money. I don't think a lot of people in this hobby, at least, I mean, not a lot. I mean, there are some, but there's not a lot that have enough money invested in sealed where it becomes a storage issue. I mean, you could literally fill up one closet and one spare bedroom, and that's probably like what, a couple $100,000. Yeah, I mean, depending on what sealed product it is, 100 to 200,000. I mean, it's not as big of an issue as you think. Now, I guess if you're, filling it up with a bunch of $20 collection boxes or some cheap stuff.
Those collection boxes can take up a lot of room.
But booster boxes, or even like, I mean, ETBs can get pretty much.
But how many cases of booster boxes do you really want it? Like, I don't like having more than 5 cases on top of each other because I don't want it to, crease the boxes. So it starts to take up, even if you have a big closet, starts to take up a lot of room. Like I don't know what I want to do with my booster boxes because I don't like when they're far away. Right.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like you said, just, if you start getting that kind of money and that kind of amount of product invested, I guess you have to start making those decisions. But luckily, I don't think I'm going to be there for a good long time. I could probably, I could fit a lot of product where I'm at.
I have a question for you now.
Yeah.
So what's your goal? Like when Chilling Reign, like what's your plan when you sell the sealed stuff? What would Chilling Reign have to hit for you to sell it?
I don't really know if I have a price point. It's more like, I guess it's why it's hard for me to answer. I just get like a feel, I just kind of like get a feel for the market. And also I would have to have something else that I believed in enough to put that money into, or like need the money for something, right? Because I'm not just going to sell it and then throw it in the bank and, it's just worth, like, I'd rather keep it in Chilling Reign, but it would have to be something where I sell a better, a better step forward somewhere else. So after you sell it or take whatever type of fees or shipping you're going to eat, the amount of money you have left over, where am I going to be able to put that I see a better growth than it would be in Chilling Reign? So if Chilling Reign hits $500 a box, do I think I can sell a case of that for $3,000 and buy, I don't know, 5 cases of a new set? Do I think that's going to do better than Chilling Reign after it hits 500? That's kind of what I look for,
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
But right now, no, I'm nowhere, not even thinking about selling any Chilling Reign or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm telling you, Sword and Shield, I'm with Rudy on it. Like, I am just like, I hate to mimic Rudy, but I'm 100% on board with what he's saying. I think Sword and Shield, it's going to go down as one of the best eras ever. It brought more people into the hobby than ever since like 1999. And there's no reason it's not going to see growth like X, Y, and Sun and Moon. No way.
Did you watch his last video?
I did.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
He ain't playing around, man.
No.
That's why I'm just kind of letting the market do what it wants right now. Everyone, there's so much negativity. Everyone's like, on the bandwagon again of like everything's, dying and cardboard's not gonna be worth anything. And, just gotta let it pass. They'll come another season. No one knows when it'll be, 6 months, a year, 2 years.
When Pokemon makes a virtual reality that you can literally be in Pallet Town, like I'm telling you, that's another boom. Like it's something like that. You just never, or Netflix, like what One Piece did. Like One Piece was awesome. I'm not gonna lie, but still, if Pokemon does a live action like that for adults,
here's one of the cases.
There we go.
The 151 PC TVs. I haven't really decided about those yet. I don't know. I thought about.
They're 100 each. They're like 400 a case right now, 420, right?
Yeah, I thought about flipping some, because I mean, you can flip them on Facebook groups and not really take any hit. But I'm just like, I don't know. It's not. That's why I don't flip sealed product. It's like not that enticing. Like, okay, what do you make? Like $100 something bucks.
But so imagine if Hidden Fates had Pokemon Center ETBs, how much those things would be? Because they're sold out. Once they're sold out at Pokemon Center, that's why I think Pokemon Center ETBs. That's what I'm buying mostly. But like you can only buy so many from Pokemon Center. Yeah. But I think that's a really good buy too.
Yeah, I'm just not King Flipper guy. Like like some people out there just like they will just try to get any type of margin they can. Like, oh my gosh, if I can make $20, I'll flip it. It's like, I mean, we had to pay like I think it was like what $259 or $260 for the case after taxes.
Yeah, it was like $250, $255 because I had like I had a multiple charges at $255, $255, $255, $255.
And it's like, okay, so I sell a case, if you sell it on eBay or something, it's like $400 minus, $50 something minus shipping. It's like, you don't even make $100.
Yeah. It's not worth it yet. No. Ton.
I mean, if someone wants the quick cash, I mean, by all means, go ahead. I mean, if you really don't care about having it long-term. Let's see. How was the scene at CollectCon? CollectCon was great. Fantastic. No, I don't have one bad thing to say about it. What about the event you went to? What was that? What was it called?
What this past weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a Woodbridge show. So it was a Woodbridge Pokemon only show.
Okay. And what was everything there? I mean, everything go really well?
Yeah, it's like a well-oiled machine over there.
Okay.
You do very well there.
Do you ever go to the Collecticons?
Yeah, I went to California, the one that just passed in California, the last one in Long Beach.
Gotcha.
I wanted to go to I had a table at North Carolina, and then my fiance was like, "Oh, we have a wedding we have to go to," so I had to cancel my table and everything, and then I had to go to a wedding.
Oh man,
I was supposed to be in North Carolina, but I had a wedding I had to go to.
That's brutal, man. I'm so.
Yeah.
Do you plan going anymore?
I kind of want to go to Denver, but it's like right around the corner.
Yeah.
It's tough when you have a family. It gets tough. Like
How old are your kids?
5 and 7.
They're getting there.
They're getting there
where you can bring them.
They can go. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it's a great time. I mean, I'm not one of these people like I gotta go to every single one. Like it's fun, but I could definitely see it getting old. Like,
me, it's like, not overdoing that month after month. It's a lot of money because you're always gonna buy something, right? And then it's a lot. I mean, it's so much fun, but in moderation.
Well, it's too short for the travel. It's just like even when we went on vacation, I went for 2 weeks. Like I like to go be somewhere for a while. It's like, man, you go down there, you're there for like 2 or 3 days and you come home. It's just like, it's almost like
then you have to fly back. Yeah. When you go, you want to at least stay for a week. I'm 100% like turn it into a little vacation. Absolutely.
So I might do that like next year. Maybe I'll go to Orlando, stay there for a week. Maybe I'll wait until like Denver next year and stay there for a week and do some skiing and snowboarding. Maybe like I'm going to try, if I go to Collecticons, I'm going to try and make more of a trip out of it. Cause I'm just not, it's not really for me to go and for 2-3 days. It's like, it's just not enough.
Yeah, I'm right. I'm 100%.
It's too much. It's too much hassle for not enough, enjoyment.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's like it's over, and then you're like, now what?
Right. Yeah.
But they are fun. If you haven't been the one, go. It's like kid on Christmas morning. It's so
you got to experience it. Absolutely, you have to. Let's see. What do you think will be better long term? 151 bundles or ETBs? Well, right now, like if you're buying off the open market, ETBs all day.
Yeah.
because you can't pay $40 for a bundle. It's 6 packs, no promo card, no nothing. If you're talking about the bundles at $25 or whatever they were, 22, 23, then it becomes a question.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like the booster bundles have only been out for so long, so we don't know what's going to happen with that. But like, there's so many collectors that you have people that collect only ETBs, right? So I don't know. I like the ETBs at the moment, and you get more packs.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say like I missed out, but I definitely missed PC ETBs. Like I didn't start until Scarlet Violet era because they started doing the stamp promos. So I never moved into them in Sword and Shield.
Okay.
But when I say I didn't really miss out, like I actually did a video looking at all the different pricing on them. Booster boxes still did perform as good or better than them when percentage wise. And so I'm not like too upset because, well, okay, all that money went into booster boxes instead of splitting it up. So I still did fine. But yeah, I still would have liked to. I mean, they're a good investment. I mean, every PC TV has been a good investment so far. You haven't lost on any of them. You're up on every single one. Now they're even better because they're seemingly more scarce.
Promos are huge.
What's that?
Huge. The stamp, like now,
yeah, that's. And they're more. I think they're more scarce. I don't think Pokemon's printing as many.
And then everyone's on the same playing field. It's not like the stores are getting like everybody's on the same playing field, which I love too.
So, man, PCTVs now though, like if you have them, I think they're a better play than booster bundles. If you're looking to buy them at $90, $100, man,
just wait for the next pre-order.
Yeah,
you know, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I would just move on. Wait till you know the reprint comes, and because the reprint's probably going to come, and you can get the regular ETBs at like, you know, low 40s or something, or $40. Like I would probably go that route over a $40 booster bundle or a $90, $100 PC ETB. That's probably how I would do 151 at this point. You got to be quick. It's almost like Sword and Shield era again. You got to be quick up the draw, man.
Yeah, they sell out quick. The Crown, the 151 sold out pretty quick. The Crown Zenith, like, not as fast as the 151, but when Crown Zenith was gone, it was gone.
I don't know if anyone saw this happening with booster bundles, though. It's such a weird scalp.
It is weird. I don't know. Yeah, there's not yet. We don't know enough yet.
No. Flip-flop cards. 151 Japanese price is high. Do you think it is a good grab cases now or better to delay? I mean, are they done? I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know much about Japanese market. Like, is 151 done there? Like, is that the price?
Yeah, no, I heard that they're printing to demand. So that's what I did with V-Star Universe, right? I did this with VMAX Climax too. I waited until like the end. And I was able to get the V-Star Universe. I think I paid like $65 a box, like in the end. And I remember there was a time with VMAX Climax on Amazon was $60 a box. And I bought a whole bunch of those too. So give it a little more time. 151, I heard they are printing to demand. So wait until like the English is out for a little bit. And then when the Japanese drops, you don't want to pay $190 a box right now, $180, whatever it is. They're printing enough. Just give it a little more time. They're not done printing it.
Let's see. With the print quality being so bad on 151, I've witnessed firsthand, which you have too. Wow, it's bad. But how is it going to affect the market? Like singles, slab, sealed. We kind of talked about that. I mean, it's already affecting the singles. They're rising quickly. I'm sure the first 10s to market are going to be astronomical. I mean, high hundreds, I'm sure. And then the sealed. Here's the thing, man. Like, I can't see a world where 151 ETBs don't get reprinted. Probably booster bundles will get reprinted. I think it'll be great long term, but unless you're getting prices like I'm sure Nick is from his sources, like unless you're getting those low prices right now, I wouldn't be like rushing in at $50 in ETB is what I'm saying. You know, same.
Yeah, I would stay around that 40, like 43 mark, but I'd be around there.
Yeah. Pokemon Wonder, what's up, man? Tell us a bit more why you invest so heavy in 151 with 60 cases. Not think you will get them cheaper later.
So I can't really say who I'm doing this with, but But see, once I buy these, I'm good. I'm just gonna set them to the side. But he wanted 100 of them, right? But we talked about this. We said we never know. It could either drop or it could go up. So we don't want to not have any skin in the game if they miraculously shoot up, and then if they shoot down a couple more dollars, we're not like, oh, we should have just waited to buy it then, right? So we're just staying at a comfortable position. So just in case it does hit 45, 50, we're in at 37 a box, which isn't
it's a very low risk at those prices, just because I know like distribution usually gives them to stores at like 33-ish maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly what people are getting for 33. So he's making $4 a box.
You're really hedging your bet. I mean, you can't go much lower. You probably, I mean, it's 151. There's no way this is going to be a bomb set. And then, or like, it's not going to like, get destroyed. And then also, like you said, if it does, I mean, here's the thing with Lorcana, like they pushed off the reprint until next year. Everything's going crazy. What if Pokemon does the same thing and says, okay, 151 reprints coming in January? These ETBs could go to $70 or $80.
Yeah, they can.
I mean, people want to open this stuff, and there's not enough supply, and it doesn't come.
Shining Fates could sell for $80 to $90. 151's going to do.
People underestimate demand. Like, all you ever hear about is these gigantic print numbers that Pokemon puts out or whatever. People underestimate how fast that gets eaten up. I mean, all you have to do is go check TCG Player, eBay listings, just those two sites. That doesn't count Amazon and local game stores and local other websites, just those two websites, and just count daily how many boxes sell every day on those sites, boxes and cases. I mean, it's hundreds. Like you see these big pallets and all these warehouses, that gets eaten up so quickly over the course of a weeks and in months. I mean, people just don't understand how much product gets opened. Which booster box should I buy right now? He already told you, man. I mean, he's buying Tag Team Sun and Moons. He's buying all the Alt Art Sword and Shield sets.
Brilliant Stars,
Lost Grails. I mean, I would say I agree. I mean, I don't know. I mean, some of those Sun and Moon sets are so high at this point. I would definitely like Sword and Shield Alt Art sets, like anything under 150, like Chilling Reign, Fusion Strike, Astral Radiance, Lost Origins, Silver Tempest.
Oh, Astral Radiance. I think Astral Radiance we didn't talk about that. I like Astral Radiance a lot.
It's only moving. You see that? It's
one
moving.
Print run. There's only one print run. Keep that in mind.
And it's at like 144 a box, I think now.
Yep. And
it's got the Missy laying on a raft. We all love that.
Machamp.
It's got the Machamp. I mean, the Palkia is all right. The Dialga, all right. But like you said, it's a low print run.
Low print run.
It was a very hated set at the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it never dropped to $80 a box. Keep that in mind.
Well, no, it didn't get the reprints like Chilling and Fusion.
Exactly. So I think Astral's a sleeper a little bit.
Pokemon TCG. I just got my storage unit. Has cameras on the door out along with climate control. Had to get it out of the house. Value of at $300K. Could not leave it at home anymore as I am still buying.
Make sure you have collector's insurance.
Yeah, I think someone was talking about that. Like here, Flip Flap. $150 a year for 30K protection. Does that sound right?
I pay like I think it's like 95 a month. So it's a little more than that. But I insure a little more than that as well.
Right, I'm sure. Yeah, I really don't mess with any of that stuff, to be honest. I'm the security.
Yeah, that's just my biggest fear though. Like not as someone trying to break in, but like a fire or something like that. Like, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Knock on wood.
Yeah, like I keep everything in the unfinished part of my basement. Like, so I'm thinking like a flood could happen, but everything is on shelves and in plastic tubs. And so like a fire really couldn't get, maybe to it. I mean, I'm sure something could happen. I'm not too worried, but you never know. All I know is I'm going to be the storage unit guy. I'm going to be like Storage Wars. I'm going to be going to storage unit auctions here in like 30, 40 years for anyone who may have died and forgot about all their cases.
Yeah, grabbing their stuff.
There's going to be some good times in like 30, 40, 50 years. I'm telling you, people are going to get some gold mine.
Well, people still are finding crazy things. Did you hear about the guy that found a legendary collection box for $100?
Where?
Dude, there's two quick stories. A guy found a legendary collections box sealed for $100. Didn't know what it was worth. Went to a comic place, tried to sell it, and they were like, "Well, we don't have that kind of money to give you." And he's like, "What do you mean?" And then he found someone else that gave him like 30 grand for it. That's one instance. And then another one. I'm shocked you didn't see this one. A guy bought 2 first edition Team Rocket boxes for $50. Right? It's all on like Instagram. Everyone's talking about it.
Are these real?
Yeah, and the people posted, "Hey, I sold my dad's boxes. Can you please?" I guess she had another one and sold another one, so they sold 3 total. And she's like, "We didn't know the value of it. My dad really wants them back." And she posted this whole thing. Yeah,
not getting them back.
I don't know. There's no way they're bringing it back. Yeah, they already sold them to the comic store. I believe they sold both of them for 10 grand. So the comic place made a pretty penny because those are like 14 grand each.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I mean, should I start going to yard sales? I'm like,
that's pretty crazy.
That is crazy.
That's pretty crazy. All right, guys, let's do it. Another giveaway. Shaq Sports Cards. Shaq Sports Cards giving it all away. We got the 2 Brilliant Stars blister packs.
Are we throwing this in there?
What are we gonna do? All right, we'll save that for last. That's gonna be the big hitter. That's the big hitter, guys. Stay tuned for that. All right, what's the question gonna be? What's the question gonna be? All right, I got it. All right, everyone in the chat right now. What is the most valuable card in Crown Zenith? Most valuable card, Crown Zenith. What do we got? All right, Giratina Gold. All right, who had it first? All right, we got Professor Oak. Professor Oak had it first. The Giratina Gold. You got the 2 blister packs. Same thing as before. All you got to do is email me, nostalgianomics@gmail.com, and send me a screenshot, proof that it is you and your account, and give me your name and address. Ship them out to you. Congratulations. All right, guys. I do have a super chat in here we have to take. Justin Kaiser, $5 super chat. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for supporting the channel and being here. What do you guys think about the new Classic Collection box? I think we're wearing the big 3 out with the XY base set 25th anniversary Charizard everywhere. Let me hear your thoughts on it first.
What
$400 box?
Yeah, they're expensive. I mean, I honestly only grabbed one. So if I only grab one, I'm unsure, right? I think it's cool because it's like nostalgic, but I don't know. I'm not going to open it. I think the contents are cool, but it's not. I don't know. It might just. All right. So remember the XY Premium Collection box with all like the full arts?
Yeah, that was crazy at the time. It was like $100.
Yeah. So that's how I'm kind of comparing it to the.
What is that going for now?
I think like 450, 500.
That's a hard comparison though.
Yeah, because that's $100 and this one.
Well, no, because it was before the boom.
Oh, before the boom. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't
even know what I can compare this to. I mean, I think it's a cool product that I want to have one in my collection.
Yeah, I compared it on my video to Magic 30, which again may not be the best comparison either. But it was kind of the same thing, really high-end product, not playable cards, just reprints, like trying to, play on that factor, and it was limited. So I don't know, man. Like, if you're a collector, great. If you're like looking at it as a flip, maybe make some money. I mean, it's a little dangerous because I know they are selling for like $500 or $600 right now. People are flipping the pre-releases, but by the time those pre-releases get here, the price could drop, and then people might cancel their pre-release order with you. And I don't know. There's probably a flip play there. I'm sure a lot of people are going to try to crack them to grade if you want to try that. As far as like holding them as an investment and trying to stock up on a bunch of these as an investment, I just think there's so many other $400 things out there you can buy, especially multiple XY or Sword and Shield boxes.
I'm right there with you. I mean, it's cool. I do think it's cool. I love the contents in it, but I just have one that I'm keeping my PC. I'm not trying to buy a whole bunch of them and see what happens.
That's the best way to play it, I think.
Yeah.
Getting some Rudy love in here. Pokemon TCG said the classic collection box is way overpriced. Better investments. Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
I mean, they obviously. It's just, here's the thing: you just never know how many they made. That's the problem. Like, yeah, it sold out in minutes, but how many? Like 10,000? Was it 100,000? I don't know.
Yeah, they did sell out pretty fast.
Yeah, it's like if you knew how many there were, you'd be able to gauge it better. But you'll never know.
Watch the thing come out and be like $2,000.
It could.
It could.
You guys know about the TikTok deals in the shop? Been buying silver templates for $80 after tax and shipping.
No, what?
They
do tell us.
TikTok gives out these deals because they're trying to really promote their TikTok shop. So when streamers are like selling stuff, TikTok will actually like provide the deal. So they'll give the money off. The streamer still gets paid. And so I've heard about them. I haven't heard anything that low.
Are they ripping the box in front of you, or are they giving you the sealed box?
No, I think good question. Never mind out. Let us know that. Are they opening it? Or are they shipping you a sealed box?
Yeah, because I would think they would promote ripping it, right? Because it's like a whatnot.
My understanding, yeah. Yeah, I really don't know how it works. Oh, hey, Alex Johnson, what's up, man? I missed the challenge rematch on the pack battle in Charlotte. I know, man. I never saw you again. I know I saw you that one time, and then we never crossed paths again. Sorry we didn't get to do it. I'm sorry I didn't get to talk to you more, man. That sucks. I'm sure I'll see you at a future one, though. All right. So SGR says, do you think big time collectors, I would say Nick's one of them, and hoarders like Alpha Investments and others buying up product will affect the growth if they decide to dump their positions in the future? I'll give my thoughts on it and he can give his. I don't think so, because the big time people like Rudy and them, they understand how markets work. And so it's actually safer for them to hold that product than people who are in like lesser financial situations, to where any type of whims of the market or any type of whims in their personal life, they may have to dump, where Rudy is never going to have to dump. So he's most likely going to be strategic with it and slowly bleed it onto the market. And so I feel more comfortable with big time investors having the product than small time people, because small time people, hey, they lose their job, get divorced, or, need the money, whatever it may be. They may just start dumping it, just throw it all in the market immediately, and that could crash the prices a lot more than someone like Rudy. What do you think?
Dude, I'm right there with you, because Rudy's been in the game forever, so he knows how the market works. He's not going to take all his evolving skies and dump 50 cases all at once, right? You'll just destroy the market. These big guys, the same thing. It's not going to happen. And a lot of people already dumped their evolving skies. When it hit 250, people dumped it. When it hit 350, people dumped it. When it hit 4, they're like, that's it. They dumped it. There's not that much evolving skies in the market right now. So a lot of big time people are holding it, but I don't see that much dumping out. So the people that have it right now, it's going to trickle in slowly.
I mean, I waited so long, like, 'cause I sold mine, and like I thought for sure there'd be another reprint. Like, for
I thought there was
sure.
going to be a reprint too. I really
And I
did.
finally ended up buying some. I said, all right, I'll be the Timmy. I'll buy Evolving Skies at
Yeah,
3.
I remember you said you had no more and you wanted another box. I'm happy you got the case though.
It's just like, I'm just thinking if Sword and Shield era does what I think, if any box in that era is going to be a team up, it's that one.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's kind of like Rudy said, it'll be $1,000 a box one day. I mean, I agree.
I agree too.
I mean, here's the thing about like when things in this hobby catch fire, they move so fast, and it seems so. And here they usually they retrace and they correct themselves afterwards. But when on that move up, like just like we saw with evolutions, it happens so much faster than you think. And so I just want to be on the right side of that. So if that does happen, I will probably sell into that strength if it does start moving up hundreds of dollars at a time. But yeah, I mean, I didn't want to miss out.
No, you don't want to miss out on that one.
Do you mess around with those Santa Cruz skateboards at all?
I've seen people open them, but they were like sold out everywhere. And I was working that day, so I can't wait on the line all morning. My buddy was there, and they said there was a huge line, and they got like the last board. So it wasn't even like worth it trying to go. No, they're really cool. I'd love to have one and hang one up, but I haven't skateboarded in like 20 years. I'm old now. I'd probably like break my knees or something. No, but they're awesome. I think they're really cool. They look awesome.
I'm really bad at staying up with like the news and the releases and stuff. So like I usually don't hit any of that stuff. I mean, I was lucky to hit the 151 ETBs. Like I normally, I mean, I didn't even get a box of the whatever it was called, the $400 box. I didn't get a box of that. The skateboards, like I miss a lot of that stuff just because I don't know, I just don't stay up to like I should on the news. I'm just so busy that I just don't have time to constantly, like you said, be waiting for every release and every drop and then sit there and clicking every time. It's a lot to deal with.
Especially like if you're working during the day, it's tough sometimes. I got so lucky because my buddy texted me and he's like 151's on Pokemon Center. So I got really lucky with that because I was in the middle of a job and I would have never even looked and it would have been
I was in line at Disney World.
Oh, were you really? So you were
in line at like one of the Star Wars rides, and I'm sitting there like I'm making the purchases while I'm in line. Oh no, wait, no, hold on a second. Sorry, scratch that. I lied. That was Paradox Rift, I think.
Oh, okay.
That was Paradox Rift. 151 was.
I still like Paradox. I think those boxes look beautiful. A lot of people hate them.
I mean,
I like them.
PCTBs, they haven't failed yet. I mean, it's kind of like booster boxes. At this point, they're proven to me ever since they came out in Chilling Reign. I think they've always done well. I mean, I'm not going to start doubting them now. And a lot of people have pretty high hopes for Paradox Rift. So
I think, but this goes back to like the sealed stuff. Like even the box art on those ETBs look beautiful. Like that Salamence. It's not Salamence, right? What's its name?
I didn't even look. I just purchased.
Yeah, it's called something else, but still, it looks really nice. I like it.
I'm trying to look them up again. Like I just want to see a picture of it because, yeah, like that's the problem. Like that's how it is. Like, is it Gardevoir and?
Yeah, it's Salamence, but I don't think it's called Gardevoir. It's Glade, but I don't think it's Don't they have like different names?
Glade.
Like I think they're doing like this thing where like the future and they have new names and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's the future. It's the future form. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, I know. It's from the Roaring Moon and Iron Valiant. Yes, thank you.
There you go. Yeah, I would have never came up with that. No. Hey, Pokemon Wonder, man. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Okay, Pokemon Sleep deals. Do you think buying Evolving Skies at 350 is a safe play? Safe play.
I feel good about that. I do.
Safe in terms of, for me, I mean, I feel safe, like, because here's the thing, like, and, Nick, obviously, like, he's got a much larger collection than I do. Once you get to a certain, like, level in the hobby, like, where you have a certain amount of, like, enough profits built up and you have enough, like, money, like, built into a lot of your investments, and then, or like me, I've sold a lot of investments, have a lot of money that you've made from Pokemon, it makes it much easier to take, like, more risks. Like, if I was just getting in the hobby and I'm looking, like, for things to buy, no, it probably wouldn't be the first thing I'd buy. But like for me, it's like, well, I'm willing to take that risk because I see a huge future for it. Could it get reprinted? Yeah. Could it drop to 100, 150 or whatever, even 100 a box? There's always that possibility, but I feel relatively safe. If you're asking me like what's safer, I mean, there's a lot of safer things, right? I mean, wait for Crown Zenith to reprint and pick up those cases at, low 40s. I mean, I think any of like the Sword and Shield. I mean, I don't even know if Chilling Reign or Fusion Strike are technically out of print or out of rotation yet, but I mean, any of those boxes are a lot safer, I would say.
Like usually it's 2 years, but I heard like in the game, like they're still playable. So like Evolving Skies could get reprinted tomorrow.
Yeah.
You never know.
I feel safe in my position, but I'm not telling everyone else to do it. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I mean, if it does come out, then I'm going to buy more. Right. I lost a little bit because I bought a couple cases above what they are, but I've also had 3 cases that I paid less than retail for. So yeah. It doesn't, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And it's a gamble that you take when you're investing in this stuff.
Hey, Pokemon TCG asked, where'd you find your card insurance company, your collectible insurance company?
So I have Geico, right? But it's not Geico. They have a company that you sub with, right? So I used Geico Insurance, but they have another company that they sub out and they'll put you in touch with them. So all you have to do, like if you have a State Farm or something, ask about the collectible insurance and then they put you in contact with it and they go through, it'll go right through your insurance company.
Gotcha. Gotcha. A lot everyone was trying to get in on the Giratina. I'm finally getting to those comments. How funny.
I love those cards. I think those cards are too cheap right now. They are so cheap.
Ask him how much his Hot Toys collection's worth.
Oh man. I actually did liquidate a lot of Hot Toys and put it right into Pokemon. But it's a good amount. I have like every Star Wars Hot Toy. I sold all the Marvel ones.
5 figures.
Yeah. Yeah. It's up there. They're expensive. They're really expensive.
Like behind you, what's like the top shelf Obi-Wan? Like what's something like that cost?
Obi-Wan's older, so it's like I don't know, it's the deluxe one, so maybe like $600. It's not too crazy.
And so like I'm unfamiliar with these. So like do they come like sealed in a box or does it come like that?
Yeah, it comes in a box, but it's not like sealed. They wrap it around. I mean, it is sealed, but it's not.
So like does that market not have like much of a sealed premium?
No, there's no sealed premium because people could say like they can open it, look at the figure, and put it back, and you would never know. It might,
I mean, did you get like a premium? I guess if you have the original box, at least.
I still have all the boxes and everything,
okay.
But it's not. There's not much of it. Maybe $20 for a sealed and an open one. There's not really.
That makes sense though, because like, see, I like that because that way you can actually take them out and display them without having to worry about losing the value. That's a great idea.
Oh yeah, I mean, I could sell that right now for $700, even though it's been opened.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They are cool. But I used to be big in the comics. I should have started with this. So I used to be really big in the comics, and I took my whole comic collection and I drove down to Florida and I sold it. And I took all that money and I literally put it all in Pokemon. And that's how this all started. Just
so you're all in on Pokemon these days.
All in on Pokemon. Like it's Pokemon. And then, I mean, I have so many Hot Toys that I haven't opened in like 5 months. I just have like, they're in a closet, right? But no, Pokemon is where I have the most fun. My daughters love opening it. So it's just Pokemon for me.
Good to me. Kryptonite Card says 151 special set already close to the end of the year. You think that's the last one for the year? I would guess. Yeah, it's possible they come out with one in December. I would guess it's the last one for the year. What do you think?
So, I mean, they pushed back all these releases because I heard they wanted to release something right before Christmas. But is that going to be Paradox Rift? Is that December? Or what are we in, September?
No, because they try to release a mainline set every few months.
Yeah, so it's every 3 months for a main set, but they held the release longer. That's why Scarlet and Violet wasn't 3 months. It took longer than that.
So maybe there will be.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard they wanted to release something before the holidays so they get more money for Christmas, obviously, because it always comes out right after Christmas. It comes out in January.
Okay.
And so I'm not 100% sure, but that's a rumor I heard.
The fact some of the gold boards are over 10K now.
I saw that.
That's ridiculous.
I saw one sell for like 4K. Yeah.
What has happened? I don't even know anymore. Like the hobby's dying, and then boards are selling for 10K, and we sell out of $400 boxes in a second, and then but slabs don't sell. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know.
Me neither. 10K. Wow.
Nothing makes sense anymore, man.
Holy crap. I would have if I pulled the board and it was 10K, I'd literally take it and like put it in the cards.
Pokemon Sleep Deals is asking if anyone in the chat would buy a box for $350. If you could buy a box for $350 right now, I mean, absolutely. Why not? The market's like $320, $330. Or I mean, $420, $430.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, it's like a 20% discount. You could probably flip. You could sell it whenever you want and get out of it, even with shipping and fees. I mean,
You can buy it right now and go make $70 instantly.
Sell it in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you would. We already got that question. Let's see. Pokemon said I would not buy Evolving Skies at $350 because I am still finding sleeve packs. Yeah, I mean, guys, there's definitely sleeve packs. Like you can get 36 loose packs a lot cheaper, but the booster box premium is going to be there. Like you can't compare 36 loose packs or sleeve packs to a booster box. It just doesn't work.
Because you could weigh your the loose packs. Like I'd always rather have the sealed product.
What do you? So Epic Man said, how do you think the Whatnot and other streamers will prices of sets a couple years down the road?
I love Whatnot streamers because they're opening product constantly, so I don't mind them because they're just ripping and ripping and ripping and ripping, which is good for me.
I'm kind of confused with the question though. What are they really asking?
How do you think the Whatnot and other streamers?
Like how will they affect the prices down the road? I mean, only positively.
Yeah, they'll only help. They'll absolutely only help.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you see anything else? Any other question you wanted to take? Guys, if you had any other questions for us, feel free to leave them before we wrap up. Nick, did you want to do your giveaway for your ETB?
Yeah.
I didn't. You really don't have to do this.
I don't mind.
I was already planning on giving this stuff away because it was courtesy of Shag Sports Card for sponsoring the channel. This was. Don't feel obligated to give your stuff away.
I don't feel obligated. It's just fun. It's just fun.
You come up with your own question then, man. Whatever question you want to ask for the giveaway, you can throw it in there and we can do it for them.
Okay.
We're probably going to get into the niches here, I'm sure.
Let me see.
I'm sure we're going to have someone in the chat that's going to know the answer, though. What's up, Campbells? Thanks for stopping by. Who is this? Oh man.
Oh wow. Okay. I just had to confirm this. I was wrong. What is the most expensive card in Cosmic Eclipse right now?
I think I know actually, and it's not. Yeah, it's not the trio.
I thought it was.
I know.
Wow.
Who's got it? Who's the most expensive card in Cosmic Eclipse? ADP alt art? No. Lily. It's Lily. No, it's Rosa.
Rosa. There you go.
Uh-oh. What do we do here? It's Corey D said Rose, but Gustavo said Rosa.
See, that's weird because I have a different order than you.
I don't have it up. What is it?
No. It is Rosa, but I had a different person say it first.
What?
Who do you have? Who'd you have say it first?
Who do you have?
I don't.
I have. It's Corey D said Rose.
Oh no.
Gustavo Lazo said Rosa full art.
Oh, so I guess you got to give it. He meant. Did he? I don't know. That's tough.
Who did you have?
At 10:08, I had Hobo first.
What?
Oh, no, Gustavo.
Right.
Yeah, I have Gustavo.
So Gustavo over, but Corey did say Rose. This sucks. I shouldn't do this.
See, I had Gustavo say Rosa full art before Corey said Rose on my thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I don't know either of them, right? But I'm just saying it said Gustavo and he said Rosa full art. And then after that, it said it's Corey D and it said Rose. Do you guys just want to split the ETB?
Here we go. Corey.
You
get the consolation prize of a Lost Origin. A Lost Origin. What do they call these? Booster bundle.
Booster bundle.
Lost Origin booster bundle, Corey. So, Corey, make sure you and Gustavo, both of you, Well, I guess just both email me. I'll get the word to Nick. Email me, both of you. Email me your name and address and proof that it's your accounts. And Corey, I'll get you the Lost Origin booster bundle. Nick will get you the ETB. And yeah, I really appreciate all you guys being here tonight. I doing some giveaways of booster boxes on the channel, but I wanted to give some stuff away to the live stream people too for showing up live. So congratulations on getting the answer right, you guys. Nick, what is there anything else you wanted to talk about or hit on before we end this tonight, man?
No, dude, this was awesome. I had a good time. I appreciate you for having me. Seriously, this was really cool.
No, we got to do this again, man, because you know, you literally have a little bit of everything, and like you're looking to collect a little bit of everything, and it really does it's just refreshing to hear the different perspective of like a true actual collector still. And I get you're starting to invest and get, more into the, buying cases and things, but just having that collector mindset of not having to churn and burn and flip and have to sell. I mean, it's just nice to hear.
Yeah. Everyone says that to me. My buddy said this to me the other day. He's like, why are you getting a table and spending this $100 when you could be spending $5 just to walk in? And it goes back with the same thing. I'm able to buy at a percentage behind it. Like if you guys want to, be able to buy collections, go vend. You'll get it way cheaper from being on that other side of the table. That might have been like the best thing I ever did was figure that out, to go on the other side of the table. And it's
so what do you do? Do you sell much, or do you just price everything ridiculously high, or how's that work?
So my buddies all laugh at me. So I put like my slabs in a case, and people are like, how much is that one? And I'm like, it's not for sale. And
you don't have
anyone around me, I say it all the time. And they're like, why do you even have it out? They get so mad.
Why not just throw some stupid price like 20 grand?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. Like I price it so high that if it does sell, I'll just go buy another one, right? But everybody's like, then why is it in the case? And I'm like, not for sale. The guy's like, how much for the Coral Meal? I'm like, not for sale. And everyone gets so mad. And my buddies are like, what is for sale?
Well, I mean, everyone does that on eBay too. Like, you put things up like way over market price. Like, so that's, you don't really want to sell it, but it brings people to your page and gets people to find your other items. So like, it's the same thing there. Like it's, it's a way for you to get collections.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I only have one card I want to sell right now. And I just want to put it towards something else.
Gotcha.
But Crystal Lugia 10 is definitely my next.
If anyone out there got one, he's Pokemon Plumber on Instagram. I'll leave the link in the description. You can reach out. Yeah,
give me that Crystal Lugia, please. But no, Alex, this was awesome, dude. I really, really had so much fun. This was cool.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, guys, congrats to all the giveaway winners. Thanks for everyone for showing up tonight, and we'll catch you back here in the next one. Again, I'll leave Nick's link in the description below if you want to check his Instagram out and contact him with any trades or anything or whatever. And yeah, be back here in a new video soon. We're out.
Peace. Later.